This is a confidential briefing on where real estate is heading and what we're preparing to launch next. In the coming weeks, we'll be reintroducing a new company, OnAgent. This has been intentionally delayed to align with broader market timing, but it is built to lead what comes next in real estate. At the center of it is something critical, the OnAgent Strategic Foresight Division. This is not just a feature or a product. It's an initiative designed to help shape the direction of the industry, not react to it. Because right now, most of the industry still operates the same way, reacting to change, waiting, adjusting, catching up. What we're building is different. We are creating the ability to see shifts before they happen and act on them early. This is not about guessing the future. It's about modeling it with precision. I am Steve Colino, and this is Confidential Remarks. Disruption is not coming. It is already underway. Commission structures are compressing and not returning. The economics of the industry are resetting in real time. At the same time, MLS control is fragmenting. Data is decentralizing, and the traditional advantages built on it are weakening. And most importantly, consumer behavior is shifting. Buyers and sellers are demanding more control, more transparency, and more flexibility. These are not isolated changes. They are structural forces. And together, they are hollowing out the legacy model from the inside. The traditional model is built on lagging indicators. It relies on guesswork, assumptions, and reacting after movement has already happened. That approach no longer works because the advantages it depended on, information gaps, MLS control, transactional positioning, are eroding. What replaces it is a foresight-driven model, one that uses high-fidelity signals, scenario modeling, and empirical data to guide decisions before the market shifts. This is the difference between reacting to noise and extracting clarity before the floor drops. This system is not a single function. It is an integrated intelligence engine. 5 specialized units working together. Market intelligence tracks what is actually happening. Foresight and scenario planning extends that into the future. Strategy translation converts insight into execution. Consumer intelligence decodes real demand, and the innovation lab tests everything before scale. Individually, each unit creates value. Together, they create a system that continuously learns, adapts, and leads. Everything starts with reality, not headlines, not opinions, actual field data. We track what is happening in real time. Pricing shifts, commission changes, days on market, service mix. This produces 3 outputs. Ongoing briefings that identify structural changes early, live dashboards that monitor market movement continuously, and signal versus noise reports that separate what matters from what doesn't. Because without clarity at the ground level, everything built on top of it is flawed. The industry has operated for years on assumptions about the consumer. Those assumptions are now breaking. We focus on 3 areas: where price sensitivity overtakes perceived value, where trust breaks down, and why, and how demand is shifting between DIY control and professional guidance. This allows us to redesign services around what consumers actually want, not what the industry assumes they want. And that gap is where the next advantage is created. The market is not becoming one model. It is splitting into 3. At the base, tech-enabled, low-cost solutions, highly efficient, price-driven, and expanding upward. In the middle, hybrid and specialized services, flexible, modular, and requiring clear differentiation. At the top, premium full-service experiences, relationship-driven and outcome-focused. Each tier operates differently. The risk is not competition across tiers. It is being positioned incorrectly within one. The greatest risk is not at the top. It is coming from below. The lowest cost AI-driven models are improving rapidly, and they are moving upward into the middle tier. Firms without clear differentiation will be compressed. Not slowly, but quickly. Survival in the middle tier requires repositioning, distinct value, clear guidance frameworks, and a move away from traditional commission dependency. This is a narrow window, not a long runway. Foresight alone has no value without execution. This is where most organizations fail. We capture raw signals, then translate them into structured decisions. What to stop, what to keep, what to build, and from that we deploy real playbooks, pricing changes, service redesign, positioning shifts. This is the bridge between knowing what's coming and actually winning in it. This intelligence is not theoretical. It is packaged into institutional-grade outputs. The Foresight Report delivers predictive direction. The Transformation Index tracks who is adapting and who is not. The 2030 market map visualizes where the industry is going. And disruption alerts flag major shifts as they occur. These are not reports for information. They are tools for decision-making at the highest level. This system compounds over time. Foresight creates direction. Insights decode signals. Frameworks turn that into tools. Execution deploys it in the market. Results generate new data. And that data feeds back into the system. Each cycle improves the next. This is how an intelligence advantage becomes structural and extremely difficult to replicate. This is not about building another platform. It is about positioning at the top of the industry structure. At the base are tools. Above that are frameworks. And at the highest level, those who define how the industry thinks. That is where this is designed to operate. Because when you define the narrative, you don't just compete in the market, you define where it goes. This has been Confidential Remarks.